knew Abraham and so was sure that that man of faith would command his offspring correctly. Jehovah was not saying simply that he was aware that Abraham existed but, rather, that he had become well acquainted with Abraham, for he had observed Abraham's obedience and interest in true worship over many years. GE 18. 19, NW, La. GE 22. 12. Compare Jehovah early use of the name and its meaning. As with the verb to know, the principal Hebrew word rendered knowledge darath carries the basic idea of knowing facts or having information, but at times it includes more than that. For example, Hosea 4. 1:6 says that at a certain time there was no knowledge of God in Israel. That does not mean that the people were not aware that Jehovah was God and that he had delivered and led the Israelites in the past. 8:2 But by their course of murdering, stealing, and committing adultery, they showed that they rejected real knowledge because they were not acting in harmony with it. Ho 4:2 sometimes denotes sexual intercourse, as at Genesis 4:17, where some translations render it literally New KJ. RS. Ro, whereas others suitably say that Cain had intercourse with his wife. At Mo. In W the Greek verb nosko is used similarly at Matthew 1:25 and Luke 1:34. After Adam and Eve ate the forbidden fruit GE 2:17. 3. 5, 6, Jehovah said to his associate in creative work Joe 1:3. Here the man has become like one of us in knowing good and bad. GE 3:22 This apparently did not mean merely having knowledge of what was good and what was bad for them, for the first man and woman had such knowledge by reason of God's commands to them. Furthermore, God's words at Genesis 3:22 could not pertain to their now knowing what was bad by experience, for Jehovah said that they had become like him and he has not learned what is bad by doing it. PS 92:14-15 Evidently, Adam and Eve got to know what was good and what was bad in the special sense of now judging for themselves what was good and what was bad. They were idolatrously placing their judgment above God's, disobediently becoming a law to themselves, as it were, instead of obeying Jehovah, who has both the right and the wisdom necessary to determine good and bad. So their independent knowledge, or standard, of good and bad was not like that of Jehovah. Rather, it was one that led them to misery. 10:23. In the Christian Greek scriptures there are two words commonly translated knowledge, gnosis and sis. Both are related to the verb no-sko, which means know. Understand.